Welcome. There is magic in my truth, and there is truth in my veins. Where my blood speaks in sooth, and my mind has no reins. I call upon my muse to powerfully clear any situation, to rebuild stories, dreams, and souls, shifting things into perfect realignment, breaking free from the monotony of the everyday, saying yes to my heart before the flowers open. My confidence, my will, and my inner warrior, with a fixed gaze and a sure footing. Goddess of Tarot, encompass all that is warm, creative with strength, comes gentle compassion that loves without binding. Energy around me, my ideas and outlook expand, and creativity seems endless. I can instinctively and intuitively plan my trajectory with a sense of adventure and love. I have a gift for trusting my first instincts. I will find my way. Generous and loving spirit, I am connected. Intuition guide me as I step into the cosmic ocean of profound love, creativity, instincts, and emotional vulnerability, and ask you, spirit, to nurture and care for our well-being, for myself and for those around us. And so it is. Today's reading is going to be the activation spread. The affirmation for this is I am ready to expand and be seen. This is going to be a 5-card tarot spread. This activation spread carries communication energy, so consider speaking your interpretations out loud. Voice activates this reading and information that you are guided to. So, with that being said, let's tune in. What are we going to be activating today? I am ready to expand and be seen. Okay, the cards I have chosen today are Murder of Crows Tarot, this deck is speaking to me, and it is saying that this is an activation that is ready, has been ready for a while. It is very old intuition. It has come with you from other lives, past lives. I am ready to expand and be seen. So the first question is, oh, I see the Chariot. So we're definitely on the move and definitely ready to be activating this. So we're going to go ahead. There's definitely a lot of cards that I wanted to poke through. So this is a general reading once again. But I will be posting, as per usual, on my Instagram, the activation spread for yourself, so you can do more of a personal take or outlook for yourself. So the first question is the creative voice awakening. What part of me is ready to be expressed more boldly? This reveals the gift you've been soft pedaling. So the gift that has been the gift that has been slowly awakening. Oh, I just saw that fall. So that feels like it's like a nudge, like, yep, you're on the right path, right track, right? So it's just something that has been slowly emerging, and it's ready to have this breakthrough, this awakening. So the creative voice awakening. What part of you is ready to be expressed more boldly? The 5 of Cups. It feels very theatrical, very expressive. So maybe there is something awakening within. I see this right here, your solar plexus. I know it's the cups, but it feels like the solar plexus is really wanting to be pinpointed on this, and like this is like the middle ground where your roots come up and the energy comes up and it's ready to be expressed, like just vocalized. Maybe there's something to do with your emotions, and it's in a halfway point since number 5. It's right in the middle. It feels like you've been grounding a lot, and something is ready to spill over, peel over. You are in the middle, so you're not here, you're not in the past where you have been, but it's like it's ready to like peel over, it's ready to shift, it's ready to move. So what part of you is ready to be expressed more boldly? So your confidence, your creative things that you feel passionate about. Five of Cups from the book says this: as you cry out into the night, the startled members of your murder flap their wings, taking to the darkened skies. If you hold your agony silently, you let it take root too far inside to ever be free of it. So let loose the whoop of pain, of loss, of fatigue, of condemn, condemnation. You dig sharp talons into the soil. What does not kill us makes us stronger or stranger. So that anxiety that has been holding you back is being rooted into the earth, and Mother Earth is giving you this energy to be able to express everything that is that you need to. So the creative voice awakening is the creative voice awakening. That is what it is. And it's ready to be expressed, maybe through singing, maybe through a different grounding technique, through your guides, through the way that you are, I hear like emotionally intelligent, like the way you just are. And it is ready. And you can just like do more energy work on your solar plexus to allow it to grow and expand and have the energy of yellow around you. Eating more of that, um, using color to attract the things that you want. Number two, the divine support. What unseen support is guiding this expansion? This could be ancestors, spirit allies, inner wisdom, or a skill you forgot you had. So I already feel like there's a lot of spirit guides that are around you and trying to uplift you and bring that energy. So maybe you can ask your allies and your ancestors and your guides and maybe even just the crows to help you uplift the energy and expand it more. There's an element of air that's wanting to come through. Okay. I don't think I'm going to take all of these, but it is the Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, and Death. Your guide, I'm gonna take these, all of them, I think. So your guides are actively helping you in this process. And it's like there are going to be people around you to help you expand this. Friends, coworkers, maybe you're part of a coven, maybe you're part of a community that are really going to help you expand that. And it's like I see right here, the solar plexus are like together and they're making it darker, yes, but I feel like in this sense it is making you like light each other up. It's like a beam, like a triad, and it's just like growing and it's just like getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's you're feeding off of each other in a good way and not in an unhealthy way. You're not putting masks on, but you are being authentic to who you are, and that is the divine support because you are moving yourself. And you have control of like your ego, and it's not getting you in the way, and your wings are growing, and because you are again grounded and illuminating the things that you have never before. So you're understanding why your activation hasn't worked before and why now is a good time to activate it. And it's like, I feel like going back to this ego part, it's like there's gonna be a death of your ego, and whatever has held you back before is not going to harm you in any way. It's not going to stop you. It should rather it should be like this. What stopped you in the past isn't going to allow you to stop now. Because before, your ego was in charge, but now it's your yourself, your higher self, but it's also your spirit guides that you're allowing to help you, that divine support. Maybe you're more connected to the moon and the cycles of it, and you're more in flow with you, and you have boundaries, it feels like in this card here, so that when you do go out and you are with people, you're not going to be drained, but rather that confidence or that creativity or that awakening is going to be amplified in a good way, because you are putting up a shield, you're protected, and you're giving yourself space, and you're giving yourself time to connect with what energy was drained, and you're able to give yourself back that energy again with feeding it properly. And I think like it's just like ancestors, spirit allies, inner wisdom, and your own skills are helping you, and that is the divine support. It's all of those things. It's not just one. I think that's what is bringing yourself into harmony, into this awakening, because you're not just relying on one aspect of the self, but you're relying on all of it. And you see your ego and you're facing it because it has been illuminated. But you're also like, cheers, woohoo, we're doing this. Because you don't want to have your ego running your life anymore. You want to be able to move forward and express yourself. You want this. And that is why your confidence in the solar plexus is growing and developing stronger because you're doing the work. So, a necessary disruption, what change is trying to break through your life right now? The shift that feels uncomfortable but aligned. I feel like I need to shuffle. Well, I see the devil and judgment. So maybe in the past there's been addictions or judgment of the self. But now you have the magician. And you're able to alchemize all of those things into something that is going to propel you forward and not hold you back. Because you're going back to being grounded. Going back to being connected with your divine support. And you're using all the tools that you have to support yourself. And maybe there is going to be a time where this shift feels uncomfortable. But you know, standing behind this podium is that you're in control. And the only disruption you can have is your ego holding you back. That little voice. But you know how to alchemize that. Because your emotions don't get in the way. So the freedom code, number 4. What must you release to walk in greater freedom? A belief, role, fear, or attachment? The King of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. you have this sense of self and looking back on what has held you back. Again, like this alchemy. It's like you're in this greater wisdom, this greater knowledge, and it's grounded. And you have control of this. And it's like this little crystal ball in here is like giving you that divination and the abilities to have a strong head, and your crown is really connected. Like you are really connected to the spirit realm and your guides, and you're able to look back on all of this, all of that, what has happened. And within that is just truly confident. And it doesn't feel like there's fear really. I mean, this is what it feels like. It mostly is fear. And to walk forward, you have to release the fear of not trusting your guides, and fear of the unknown, and fear of taking a wrong step, and fear of those boundaries, and fear of letting your guides in. And the fear of letting people, places, or things go that are not serving you. Again, in this death card, there's people below you, and it's like this is right aligned with this one is the fear of judgment from other people. And you have to believe in yourself that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and that you know you're ready to expand and to be seen. And you can't have fear of that. You can't be doing all those things that you want to be doing if you have fear of judgment from yourself or from others. But know that you are the King of Pentacles, sitting in your throne, strong. And you have connections now. You have that divine support. You have the abilities. You have the capabilities of alchemy. You have the capabilities of turning this into this and not being fearful of it, of the creativity and where it takes you. I just saw 1808, if that means anything for you. The activated path. What do I become, or what do you become when you trust this transformation? Your next embodied identity. This is going to be like the last little bit of cards. So the activated path. What do you become when you trust this transformation? Your next embodied identity. I just feel like something like the Hierophant or some ding. Okay. It's a very masculine energy that's coming through. Wow. You have the like on the bottom of the deck. Um, so you have the King here in Pentacles, and you have the King of Cups. Like you are the king of your domain. This cups is right in front of your, again, confirmation with the falling ashes here. You're feeding and allowing your solar plexus to flow with the energy that you're intaking. And the ego is not one-sided, but it's balanced. You're listening to both divine feminine, divine masculine. And this is who you become when you trust the transformation. When you trust this transformation from here to here. When you trust walking away, when you trust the death of something, And then on the bottom of that, you have the, the, the Emperor. Again, that is just more confirmation of how powerful it is. And it's like now you're the master of alchemy, you're the master of yourself. And after you've done the work, you're allowed to rest and be fully supported by your guides. And with that comes the mindset of it all. And truly understanding where your beliefs have come from. I want to read this card here. This card here feels like it's something that you've never seen before, and it's the moon. Again, with that moon here. So the shadows lengthen and grow as the shining orb of the moon rises to its zenith, bathing the waste in a strange silver light. Its expression is inscrutable, revealing nothing, just as its pale illumination casts a weird otherworldly glow. You look into the eyes of a friend and see a complete stranger. Your journey has given you the mind of a mystic, to hear the unspoken and see the invisible. But if you view the world with this enchanted sight for too long, phantoms emerge from the mists. It's just a powerful awakening into your mysticism. To hear the unspoken and see the invisible. And there's that fear that's coming through with that, what has happened in the past, right? And knowing when to come back and be grounded so you're not overwhelmed by it all, and the mirror that you give off, or being drained by it all, right? And finding that next embodied identity is by looking and illuminating the self, the ego, masculine, feminine, feminine, masculine, and having that balance and that harmony. I I am ready to expand and be seen. Are you ready to expand and be seen? This activation spread carries communication energy. Consider speaking your interpretations out loud. Voice activates this awakening. Thank you so much for listening and watching and being open to whatever it is that spirit may be guiding you to in this reading.